We are mindful. I am aware of how my actions affect me as a student.
What we're going to do today, we're going to add together. Oh, Miss Rio, where are you going? Did you want to come and learn with our maths? We're going to try and figure out how much money we have all together. Miss Rio, is anything you'd like to talk? Oh, it's really good for our learning. Miss Rio, Miss Winter, you're not supposed to leave the classroom, remember? We're trying to do our learning inside. Miss Winter, where are you going? But you were doing such good maths.
Did Miss Reardon and Miss Winter make good choices in this situation? Was it a good choice for Miss Winter to leave when Miss Reardon told her to go with her? What would have been a better choice for Miss Winter, even if she was having trouble with the learning she was doing?
Winter, why did you leave your learning inside and go outside? I don't know if you know how to do the number work now.
I'm sorry, Miss Baker, but I found it really tricky and it looked really fun when Miss Reardon was going outside. I found it hard, so I just left instead.
Yeah, but we're not supposed to leave the classroom, you know that. So what could you have done instead of going outside with Miss Riordan?
I could have asked you for help.
That's a great example. What else could you have done, do you think?
I could have looked the other way and ignored her.
That's a really good idea. Now, what about your learning? What do you want to do with your learning?
Can I please have some help?
I would love to help you. Let's have a try now.
When talking to Miss Baker about her choices, Miss Winter was able to recognise that she had made a bad choice and the effect that it had had on her. She was then unable to complete her learning, which will affect her understanding of that activity. Miss Winter was able to suggest what she could have done instead, which would have been a better choice than leaving the classroom. She was also able to communicate that she was having trouble with her work and get Miss Baker to help her.
Boy, Mrs. Hanson, you're a loser. You look like a big tomato.
What did you say to me?
You're a loser.
You can't call me that.
Did Mr. Stirk and Mrs. Hanson make good choices in this situation? Was it a good choice for Mrs. Hanson to engage with Mr. Stirk and start a physical and verbal fight with him? What would have been a better choice for Mrs. Hanson, even though Mr. Stirk was definitely doing the wrong thing?
Okay, so Miss Hanson, I just saw that you got into a fight with Mr. Stirk. Do you think that was a good choice or a bad choice?
It was a bad choice, but he called me a name.
I know he called you a name, and that was really not kind of him, and I know he was fighting back as well. But what you could have done to keep yourself safe was you could have kept walking past, okay? And I really worry, because if you're trying to get yourself into fights, even if someone's been mean to you, you need to be keeping yourself safe, okay? So next time, if there's a situation where someone's been mean to you, what do you think you could do instead of making that bad choice and engaging with them?
I could probably try and use my high five or just go and tell the teacher straight away if it was really bad.
And that would be wonderful, because if you did that, you would be keeping yourself safe, but also you'd be helping me, because then I can be talking to Mr. Stirk about his behavior right now as well. Okay, because then I would only have that one behavior to address, and you would be safe. Okay, so next time, can we make that choice?
I definitely can. Thank you, Miss Reardon.
Awesome.
When talking to Miss Reardon about her choices, Mrs. Hanson was able to recognise that she had made a bad choice and the effect that it had on her with some support. She was then able to identify what a better choice would have been and the effect it would have had on her and the others involved in the situation. Mr. Stirk made some bad choices in this situation as well. It is never okay to talk to someone else or to interact with others in this way, and puts his and others' safety at risk.
All right, now before we go inside, let's have a look at where we are. So how are you feeling? Are you ready to learn?
Yeah, I'm ready to learn. I'm a 2.
Okay, a 2. Oh, okay, then let's see. What is your class doing? So let's have a look. Look, what are they doing?
I think they're doing maths mentals.
Maths mentals, all right. So now we have seen that. What do you think your plan might be when you go inside?
Probably going to do maths mentals.
All right then, away you go. Thank you.
Hey, Miss Reardon. I have your math mentals ready for you.
It's hard.
That's okay. I can help you if you like. We can do this. Oh, come on, Miss Reardon. Come on. I'm going to put this right here for you. don't want to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to do it because it's hard.
But I can help you. That's what I'm here for, remember? That's why I'm your teacher. It's my job.
Did Miss Reardon make a good choice in this situation? Did she enter the classroom and do what she was supposed to do after finishing her work with Mr. Clubb? What should Miss Reardon have done instead? What effect did this have on Miss Reardon and the others in her class?
Okay, so Miss Reardon, when you came in the classroom, you didn't make a very good choice. And that choice meant that you weren't able to participate in your own learning. And it also meant that we probably distracted other people and they couldn't do their learning. Would you agree with that?
I do agree. Yeah, I made a bad choice.
Yeah, so next time we want to be able to make a more positive choice that's going to enable you to get straight in. Even if that means me helping you, I'm happy to do that. What are some choices you could make straight away next time that we can do right now that's going to help you be ready to be a learner?
Well, when I came in, I thought I was ready. Then I saw the work, and it made me feel really stressed because I didn't think I could do it. So I could have maybe either tried to calm myself down, or I could have asked for help to do my work. Is that right?
Absolutely, Miss Reardon. Any of those strategies would be great. Is there one you want to do right now that we can get you into your learning?
I'm still feeling a little bit anxious. Do you think I can do something else for a bit? I can take a minute and then I can come back and I can do my work with you? Is that
Absolutely. Okay? Let's set a timer together and then we'll get you ready for learning after you take a break, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Miss Hanson.
Ms. Reardon was able to engage in a conversation with Mrs. Hanson, and together they identified that Miss Reardon had made a choice that was going to negatively affect her learning. Miss Reardon was able to discuss the reasons why she was not able to engage in the activity with Mrs. Hanson, and together they discussed what Miss Reardon could have done instead, if that was the way she felt. She was then able to go and do this with Miss Hanson's support. Okay, so your challenge this week is to reflect on your actions or reactions and think about how they may affect you as a student. In some cases, it may affect other people as well. Negative choices can have a direct negative effect on many things such as your safety and your ability to learn. Can you improve the amount of good choices that you make this week?